How you all doing? Hope you're doing well. What is this? What is this? It's like a feather. Right, the Ryder Cup. I've got to talk about it because the media's gone awful quiet. The European Ryder Cup, whole committee's gone rather quiet. And in case you didn't know, the Ryder Cup is actually just round the corner in 2023. And in every other year, the Ryder Cup captains have been announced by now. America's already done it, but the European team has still not done it. In the running for the Ryder Cup captaincy, which still has to be announced, nobody knows what's going on. There's been loads of press coverage about the money side of it. Players have been asked about events that they're going to be playing in and asking if they were going to play in certain events. We need to be careful about what we say here, so I'm not making any names available during this video, but a few players have obviously said that they don't want to be considered in 2023 for the Ryder Cup captaincy. Now, the reasons they've given is that they feel that they can make the team themselves and make record gains or records of appearances in the Ryder Cup. But of course, the Ryder Cup committee put out a statement saying that you should think about what you're going to be doing or playing in so that we can put you into the frame for the Ryder Cup captaincy. So they were kind of hinting that they didn't want their players going to certain places and taking this big money, right? I would say it was pretty clear that that's what they were hinting at. And more than a few players said, no, we have chosen to play in this event and make of it what you will. So we have a situation where the Ryder Cup committee have held off. Maybe all these players that we're looking at will pull out of this and we'll be able to put them in. Nah, they're not doing it. So at the moment, who we've got is Luke Donald, Henrik Stenson, Robert Karlsson. They're more than likely going to be the three. And we know that Sergio Garcia's really put his hat in for Luke Donald. And you could say that Ian Poulter, in a kind of snap interview, got kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place. And he may, it's only a maybe, but he may have let slip it's Luke Donald. But we still haven't got a formal announcement. And I'm trawling through to see if there's any updates on this. Honestly, it's got to be the latest that a Ryder Cup European captain has ever been picked. Now, of course, Donald and Garcia, they've played together in 3 Ryder Cups. And obviously, Garcia is wanting to play or make the team. Lee Westwood said the same thing, he's wanting to make the team. A few other players have fell into this category that we mentioned earlier. There's a lot of back criticism as well. Big Monty, he's come out saying that the captaincy last time was all wrong and that Podrick had made a whole series of errors. I'm not sure if I'm quoting Monty out of context or if the article I read has quoted Monty out of context, which, let's be honest, the media is quite bad for that. Podrick Harrington has not replied, as far as I know, to that. But obviously, look, the Europeans came up against an exceptionally strong American side. Probably the 12 best players in the world at that time. And they were up against it from the gun hole. So I don't think we can read too much into that. Now, here's the other issue here. The Ryder Cup captaincy and the Super League rumours aside, this Super League that is being rumoured to be coming out is causing ripples and tidal waves all over golf. The Super League is going to be based in Saudi. Saudi money, huge money. It's putting ripples and tidal waves into everything because this whole thing about sports washing. F1's been embroiled with it, and golf slowly getting sucked into it. There's loads and loads of stuff going on under the radar that you all just, some of you know about it, some of you don't. There's all sorts of people tied in with links to this, and it's huge money. They're going to challenge the PGA Tour, the Asian Tour, the European Tour, and they're going to try and get this Super League going. Now, the reason, I'm not sure about this, but the reason that the Ryder Cup committee is delaying again is that Henrik Stenson might be signing up. He might not be, but he might be signing up for the Super League. So they're not sure if they should make this announcement or not, because they want to distance themselves from any issues with, well, there's loads of issues regarding the human rights issues. We've covered them. But it's not just that, it's the whole conflict interests between tours. And the main thing about this is we're talking about, like, not just a wee drop of money, like trillions of dollars. So it all comes down to money. Well, and who's signing up for it, who's not signing up for it? And if it gets delayed any longer, look, the European side's going to look a bit of a, in my opinion, a bit of a fiasco if they've not picked a captain by the usual dates, which are way past. Now look, if we go into this a wee bit, Abu Dhabi has been down this road before. In the early 2000s, Henrik Stenson was having trouble hitting courses or fairways, never mind the tee. And by the end of 2002, the Swede was ranked 336th best golfer in the world, having plummeted 254 places over the preceding 12 months. But remember, he's now one of the best golfers in the world, and he's been up there winning majors. Now, this big tour question, there's so many players sitting on the fence for this, because I think they're all waiting to see how it happens. But let's get to the point here. This is Golf Digest saying, on the subject of Saudi, Stenson is predictably saying nothing about it. He's bringing it up to his presence only enigmatic smile. You know that Stenson, Iron Man, Iceman. He's played in loads of Ryder Cups. He would love to be the Ryder Cup captain, but he's saying nothing. So all these rumours are going about this Saudi Super Tour, and all these players are being approached to say, well, you play in it? Obviously, there'll be money floating about to offer for them to play in it. It's been going, it's been knocked back from 2000, it's now 2022. We've gone through like 18, 19 months of horrendous COVID world lockdowns, the lack of income for certain players. I know you're going to say, come on, they're all millionaires anyway. But if you go down the road of 17 houses and 15 Ferraris, and you get the general idea, your cost of living is a lot higher than most people's. So, man, it's so destructive for golf, this. The whole position that they're all taking, no one is really coming out with. And really, when you delve into this, right, that's Golf Digest. If I go back into this, did Ian Poulter inadvertently leak the captaincy of... I mean, if you type in to the search engine, it comes up, you know, interviews with Ian Poulter. Did he leak it? Did he not? Nobody's saying anything. It's so... I mean, I just typed in the wrong date there. Let's type this in again. The world of golf was in a fantastic place, and what you've got to ask now is, what on earth has happened in the space of 12 months, whatever, to make this such a major thing that you can't actually get your European captain named because of all this internal wrangling politics and external politics, all about so many different angles. So I'm not going to delve any deeper into it. I think we've asked the questions, and I think if you do a bit of digging in yourself, you'll see all the articles coming out here, and you'll see all the players getting involved in it, saying this, saying that. If you read in between the lines, all these players saying this, saying that, it's what they're not saying when you add it all up. So it's going to be a waiting game, I reckon, on this big Saudi super tour. Who's going to sign up for it? And who's going to go public saying, yeah, I'll play in it? Right, to this point, they haven't announced any super huge big names. But all these players, they are not saying they're not, right? Or there's a couple that might have, but there's not big, major 50 of them come out and said, right, we're not playing in it. One or two have, but this is what's dragging the whole Ryder Cup thing down, because they're all waiting to see what kind of game have we turned golf into. Some money thing? Is that all golf is now on the professional level? Surely not, because you don't get paid for being a Ryder Cup, right? You don't get anything other than the pride of playing for your Team Europe or Team USA. If you were going to be the captain, that's money can't buy that. That's what I'm saying. You can't put a price on it. Thanks for watching. Remember, the channel's all for charity. Macmillan, Help the Heroes and Shelter UK. Why is no one else out there talking about this? Why is nobody in the press really coming out here and saying, look, what's going on? Why have you not picked a European Ryder Cup captain yet for 2023? Who's it going to be? Comment below.